Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. For the final time of 2025. Yes, Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best of the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. Contrary to what Twitch may have to say about it. Waha. Now, we're also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you. Yes, you. No. You. Yeah, the one looking over their shoulder. Yeah, you. Go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. We are also made possible by Big Stumpy Robots and all the books, all the games. And of course, Hates and Hellfire, a dark secret is claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. And my brothers and sisters in creativity, we stand today, once again, at the breach as we gaze warily through the mist between then and now, from what will be and what is, peering out through the breach in the wall that holds us sane. And I say to you that those who did not choose to create, those who did not choose to boldly, in face of stress and insanity, tell their stories, will look down upon themselves and find their manhoods lacking. For they did not join us on St. Crispin's Day. No, my friends, it is the final day of 2025 and the start of 2026 in a little under 14 hours. So, before we go any further, I will beg many of you not to drink. I understand that that is ridiculous, but I will do so anyway. That being said, I will formally submit that of the amateur hours, tonight will be among the most amateur. People who are not used to being up late are up late. People who are not used to drinking are drinking. People who are not used to going to large cities and events are going to large cities and events. Be smart and be safe. If you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. Keep your head on swivel, folks. Now, before we get into, how I'm going to approach 2026. Yeah, I still have a bit more 2025 to get through, but so both of those apply. We have to, I think, discuss my accountability. Yesterday was an interesting day. The last few days, a stomach bug of some sort has gone through my house, and not in the direction usually. So basically, everybody had delayed responses for a bit, and we were not happy for it. But we feel better. Everybody's doing better. And we went out to drop off the last bit of Christmas presents that need to be dropped off outside of a couple special gifts that we know will be dropped off next week. But last of the family gifts. And I got to see my brother Ricky. And we got to hang out. And we got to help. Xander was having a rough morning, get a little better about it. And then began what I lovingly refer to as the trifecta. You see, scattered across the north, middle, and far south of the lovely realms of Lafayette, West Lafayette, and displaced off of that most holy of streets, Sagamore Parkway. Although I did avoid it because I'm a professional, are 3 Goodwills. And it is post-Christmas, which means it's an excellent time to visit Goodwills for those of us with certain rather immature interests. I also expect things to get a little dicey. And as I'm expecting things to get dicey, I'm going to make preparations. Part of that is making sure we have a really good time. So we went out Goodwill crashing and thrifting, and found all sorts of wonderful things. A couple things we actually needed, and should they work out real well, life's going to be a bit more fun for us. Few specific blasters, because I am almost done with my list, which is a terrifying thought. I had to let one list item go because it went to a little guy, and it's like, as rare as that is, he's happy. The little kid needs it. But we also managed to get a couple things that'll make life a dehumidifier. I mean, this is exciting stuff when you're in your 40s, folks. One of those plug-in grills, because that way this winter, this week I could actually set that little dude up and put hot dogs on it. And it should be a little fun to sit in the living room and cook stuff. I'm looking forward to it. It amuses me. But beyond that, beyond, we then stopped at Royal Buffet and spent entirely too much, because we missed lunch, for an incredible dinner. And had a wonderful Chinese dinner. And I got to sit with the Christmas lights, watch sparkly snow come down, and hear bizarre renditions of Christmas songs that you would only find at a Chinese restaurant. Life was good. usually accountability is getting the work done. And it's important. But sometimes accountability has to be about having the fun ahead of the storm. Because days like that, when you look back, will be held golden. They're silly and they're fun and they're necessary. So that was my version of accountability for yesterday. It was needed. I do not do New Year's resolutions because nobody keeps them. But I will tell you my plans. I do hope to spend the next year wrapping up a whole bunch of projects before I start new ones. That's the closest to a resolution I'm going to have. And finishing among that, yeah, that's basically it. Because I want to finish up my study. I want to wrap up the projects that are floating that you guys don't know about. Wrap up the projects you do know that are know about, and that will be it. I'm going to learn how to 3D print properly so I can stop harassing Joe, and I can, make the truly hideous amount of glitchers I need for StompCon because they're coming, and I need to wrap up the goofy short story, the Hates and Hellfire holiday story, which I did not get done in time. That happens. I need to finish up Hates and Hellfire 2. I need to do what I call the fan fiction repair process. That's where you realize you've written a really good fan fiction, but the names are wrong. A few of the details, if you shift, it would not be a fan fiction. It would just be a good story. So I need to do that with something that was fictional. I just referenced a lot of my friends in it. It's an ancient project that I need to repair. I need to do, like I said, a bunch of BSR stuff, a bunch of guild stuff, and I need to get back on my schedule proper where I'm doing the videos I need to do when I need to do them. Yes, pre-recorded garbage. 1 second. Oh, that's good. See, I've been having fancy coffee for a while now, and I ran out of most of my fancy coffee stuff. So what I have in here is coffee, good coffee. But it's Splenda, and it is powdered non-dairy creamer that may or may not be a few years out of date. Not that stuff goes bad. And it tastes like my youth. Slightly burnt, but pretty sweet and not terribly, calorically enhanced. So, today we will be doing fun drawing time. And I want to bang that out pretty quick. So, not that I'm in a hurry because Mandy's napping and Xander's napping. It's going to be one of those nights. And we have a lot to do around the house, which means if I can stay in here, I can avoid it. I know you might have been expecting a fire and brimstone, and I might really belt loose with one of those. But honestly, I am approaching 2026 with caution, and I advise you to as well. It's going to be an interesting one. Kind of a great deciding point. And as a great many things happen well beyond my power, I'm going to suggest we all do good things in our power. Look after the people we love. Make smart decisions, not like I did yesterday. And just try to be the lights the world needs. Okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run Trey's ad, because I always run Trey's ad. Joe needs to make a new NDCD ad. And then I am thinking, which is a dangerous, dangerous thing, that we need to do some art. So I'll be back in about 54 seconds. Popping over, and we're going to get some music that's done by Dan Hollifield. It's permitted by Dan Hollifield. Quit being a pain in the butt. And let's drop into Vienna Cowboys. We haven't listened to that one in a while. That sounds good. We'll pop through the comments real quick. First through the door is Trelena. Good morning, all. Good morning, Trey. And Carlton. Good morning, Carl. And he's giggling. I assume that's something about whatchamacallit, Monsey. We decided to window him. I woke up on time. Woohoo! Hi, Dan Hollifield. And accountability from Dan. Other author likes cover, but back cover needs more darkening. Hope to get Donna's latest book uploaded this week. Rock on. Carl says 2 monitors tray, no waiting. Lamau. And greetings for Dan and greetings from Donna. And Donna's up early. Hope she can make it here. Wonder how Donna's hanging out. There she is. And morning. And accountability hiatus cover. An editorial uploaded to US Affiliate server. Haven't added it to Indie CD yet. Hey. It's a good time to take a break. Good idea, Dan. If somebody I know stops doing something, I assume the worst. So it's good that you showed signs of life. Not an idea, a responsibility. Well said. And, Culver's flavor of the day is mint explosion. That sounds delightful. And accountability from Trelena, hoping to make it to Chesterton today, roads willing, to pick up some specialty yarn for a hat that someone needs. May your adventures be safe. Nice, Trey. And Donna, was that a hint? And I have yet to go to bed. I might have coffee. I am, as yet, marginally functional. And if you get a chance to get some sleep, please do so. Accountability from Joe. Finally finished the new stream added to the new music added to the Indie CD music stream. That machine is currently running updates and restarting. Gonna launch the new music in the next hour or so. Rock on. And greetings to Joe. And sure, Woodsman dude. And that's awesome, honey. I'm proud. Joe's working hard. Great, Joe. Note to younger creators. If you want to write something or do art, do it now. Don't wait till you retire. If I release one of my books now, it'll be filled with the 80s tropes. People love 80s tropes. Seriously, do it. My accountability is that I'm awake and marginally functional. I count that as a win. Water is not frozen. I'm still warm, and I'm retired. That's all win. That is all win. But hey, I created some of those 80s tropes, so I'm doing it anyway, eventually. And good morning, Dawn. And just to make Dawn happy, here are her cats, Buddy and Shortchat, whom you can read about on Facebook. And that, give them a longer time. Let it soak in, because I am still proud of that image. It's so cuddly. Maybe we could get them made into plushies. There's our Dawn in the room waiting for chemo doc. So doubt I will be here for the actual show. You do what you guys need to do with our prayer and support and anything you need. Hugs to Dawn and Ted, sending good vibes to Dawn. Group hug with you in spirit. Dawn, let us know if a physical trip is needed anytime during this time. Yep. Ah! Excellent! Houston, Texas Dave. King Tockert, best of 2025 edition. Simple Sword, Nerf connoisseur, and all-around good dude. Great to hear from you, Dave. And we're going to try to keep things upbeat and entertaining. Thank you to everyone. Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave. Morning crew. And Dave, I needed to see that this morning. And LL Dave puts on 2026 New Year's chat for the party. Yesterday. Carl wants to cap some old munsies for Cruzy. Don says, too cold. Maybe in the spring. That's great. Don't forget to like and share, folks. Hey, Mick, hey, Donna. Headphones alert. How you doing? You staying warm? I hope so. Let me fix that because this is going to drive me nuts. 32 in the well house, 34 on the porch, 60 in the kitchen, and 73 in my office. My electric bill may suffer a bit, but I refuse to shiver in my own home. Rock on. Saving all New Year's energy for Friday night. You got to get her done. 33 here now. Shivering is not an option. I am doing it now. Lowers volume. Nick is about to scream. Do I have enough Southern comfort? Well, you've always been comfortably Southern, Dan. And smart. Here's Nick Toast, Tockert, your host. Da 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 da. Wow, I just invoked the Johnny Carson show. You're talking 80s tropes. Save for headphones now. Bought Rex. Woo, you guys have been busy. Okay, are you familiar with Johnny Carson's Tonight Show? Yeah, my people. Lamau, he's looking over. He said the one looking over their shoulder. I was actually looking back over my shoulder. Psychic cryptid. Wait. Hold on. Not a cryptid. He almost said with a straight face. Contrary to all the facts otherwise. Back to the commentary. And I'm only psychic for the people who deserve it, right? Dave might be old enough to remember Carson, but he was a kid. Spooky trade. I created some of my manhead, but it's safe for now. I was a kid with a bedtime when I was allowed to stay up late enough for the Tonight Show, Midnight Special, and others. That's how it goes. That's how I watched Doctor Who and Red Dwarf and Blake 7, too. Morning. At X-Files from the back of the couch, because, yeah. I made my homework last enough I could watch Star Trek most nights. Smooth operator, Foxy. We're up on the cartoon show. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Happy New Year's Eve, Angelina. Yay, Foxy Angelina. Dave, you're among my people. 54 now age, that is. And we are, I'm 44 right now, I think. And we're staying home tonight, safe and secure. We'll celebrate on Friday in the green room. Dang it, you don't look that old, Dave. Good job. And Lynn has asked me if I'm ready for coffee 4 times in the last 15 minutes. Better get coffee. I have to ask Donna anything twice. It means she needs what, if I have to ask Donna anything twice, it means she needs whatever it is. I feel old, but we were 70s babies. Accountability. I'm less depressed than I've been in months. I'll take that win with quiet dignity. Just ease on through, my friend. New Year's resolution is not to make a New Year's resolution. That way I don't have to worry about how long it will take me to fail the resolution. Good, Dad. Dave, I'm a 50s baby. Joe, smart. Don't make resolutions, just do the changes. Best years, 50s to 70s. 81, so I just missed a lot of that. But I grew up with older parents, so yeah. A recovery is entirely due to you and all my NDC moments. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Not that changes are needed in old Uncle Carl. He's pretty much near completion. Ascension. And nothing says you have to make serious resolutions. I know someone whose resolution was to pet all dogs allowed. Respect. Aw, Dan. Hi, Uncle Carl. I'm Aunt Donna. Hi, Don. Cat, Dan, Nick, and friends. All the waves. Angelina, you were always a dear friend. 2026, stay healthy, travel a little, do something productive, relaxing. Makes sense. Make similar resolution. Something fun. I'm going to theater to see a special screening of the series finale, Stranger Things, at 9 p.m. tonight. I'm super excited, but I'm worried that I won't still wait till the end. Hoping for adrenaline. Caffeine and adrenaline are your friends. I hereby resolve to keep living, battle my depression, have fun. Yeah! Excellent, sir. I'll hold you to it. We binge watched Stranger Things. Can't wait to see the finale. I haven't gotten to see any of it. Quit being a pain in the butt. There's a new song title for you to create, Dan. That could be an album. Make all soft and gentle. Play it for the littles when it's nap time. Aw. Foxy, that would be my invocation album. I'd try that probably Pavlov myself. Oh my. Oh god, I almost green roomed myself so hard with the responding to the Pavlov comment. Oh god. I really need to write down the password for that mini PC. I never really have to use it and always forget what I made it, lol. Sticky note on top of it. Foxy, my working title for that album was This'll Put You to Sleep. Hey, it gets done. That's what my computer users did, Foxy. Sigh. And at home, it's one thing. Yeah. And good morning, Chris Walker. Happy Hump Day. At last of 2025. Wow, it is Hump Day. Yeah, let's go. Good, bad difference all over the place. Let's end it on a good note and hope for a better 2026. Indeed, Chris. These days can put you many places. Hey, Chris, a man, Chris. Hoping for a better year, maybe with more critters in it. There's a fish tank operating in my future, and I'm excited. I miss having fish tanks. Okay, NDCD Music is back up and running with new music from Thistle and Oak, Tara Wallace, and Bladed Thesis. Johnny Carson was a legend and the late-night talk show host. The last late-night talk show host. Is Dan Hallfield the end, big man? Of the Nick... No, more the George Carlin. You do make an excellent conductor. Hey, Chris. All right, we got through it. We are up. We have music going. And it is time for a commercial, and then I will draw. Dang it.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at ndcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Time lapse. All right, let's go. Okay, let's go. Nope, I need a dark purple sky. That is definitely the energy I'm going for today. For the first piece. Oh, I forgot to turn the music back on. Yep. We'll get this going. Now I didn't talk about it, but for Christmas, for my mom, I actually have to thank a lot of you in part because she doesn't get to watch my shows. Just as a rule, she's a very busy lady. And, but she loves art and she loves painting and things. And she's not the biggest fan of my more animated stuff. But she didn't know that I had been, well, didn't recall that I had been doing the kind of content where I do more Bob Rossian landscaping painting. So I did. I took, and the hardest thing was getting things to format because this screen doesn't format nice into an 8.5 by 11. But I got her a book of like 30 of the ones I thought she would like the most of the paintings I've done on this program. And got them printed up, believe it or not, through CVS. And I paid a bit extra because it was half off. So Mandy, buy one, get one free. So Mandy got a copy for around the house too. I'm very pleased with that. And she was really in shock about it. Because she was of the, I'm of an age, I don't need anything else. And I'm like, you're going to like this. And I gave it to her, and she didn't quite understand what it was. Because, Christmas and things of my family tend to be overshadowed by the kids and, everybody else. A lot goes on. So, I had to explain to her what it was, and she really seemed to like it, so I'm happy. I seem to have done okay Christmas-wise this year, because the Dad liked his gift. My brother Max even liked his gift, so they did well. I knew Ricky would like his, but I think my favorite one I gave out this year was the picture paintings for Mom, because she doesn't get them very often. Pictionary. Well, we might do some more artsy games. While I'm not going to count this as a resolution, it is just something I'm thinking of doing. I want to do more art content. I may do more art during the mornings. I think it's just good for everybody. I don't know. It's one of those I have to check with you guys. Because I'm trying to serve my community more than anything else. And I'm glad you guys are celebrating. And I think I forget the time I was actually. I didn't record it, but I'm adding another layer. I'm just right now. I'm just kind of lazily, well, not lazily, very deliberately, come to think of it, going through with the airbrush to get a very kind of that misty, nebulous vibe, because this is kind of how I'm feeling. Oh, do I want glow? I don't think I want glow. I think I want soft light. Start. I want soft light. Go up just a bit of this. Let's do this. There's something different about doing art this way because it makes the art itself more of a performance. So I don't just think about the art, I find myself thinking about how it's going to present. I think I want hard light for this. I need to play with more of my layers and really start to hook into what I'm doing. I say this because it dawns on me that the little too hard on that. I'm trying to get a very distinct thing going here. There we are. Well, am I liking that? Yeah, I'm liking that. I don't know. My brain kind of shut down because I'm so hard into art mode. I forgot what I was saying. But it and yeah, you need to write more music now. Sorry, my brain just shut down for a second. Just absolute 404. Maybe I need more caffeine. It's kind of nice though. It's kind of nice right now to just be focused on this one kind of element and take my time. Because this will not be the first picture of the new year. I've already got that one up. But I think this is sort of how I feel about the new year coming in. Where am I at? Yeah, maybe I do need to look more. Yeah, I do. it filled? I'm doing that just so I have the shape. I'm still going to paint it because then I have the color variance, but I want to make that the shape. There's my little desk wall one. Sometimes you have to let yourself rest, Dan. And I understand. I look at how little I overtly published and got done in 2025. I completely understand the sense of crush, but I think you need to give yourself a little more credit for your own resiliency. It's not going to be an easy effort to dig out that hole, but sometimes just making it really is just enough. And I don't think you realize how impressive you are and how much good you do, Mr. Hollifield. And unfortunately, I am not well enough known in certain circles to do the call to arms that's needed to be done. But I think you need to reach out for some support from some of the people who helped you. It doesn't need to be something that you alone have to endure. And those of us who carry certain types of mental burden, my name is Wicked Nick Shady. Anyway, we have to reach out to our friends for a double check sometimes, a sense of confirmation. And there's nothing wrong with needing that. Okay? Because we can't always see the light. Sometimes things happen and it forces us to close our eyes in pain or in just to survive the storm. And if you have your eyes closed long enough, it can become really difficult to open them back up. And when you do, sometimes the light is so bright and so unbelievable compared to the dark that maybe you endured, that takes a while. And that's okay. If Nick had a copy of Watching Paint Dry in its unedited form, he'd only need one song per show. Possible indeed. For a long time, like if I were being self-serving in this art aspect of what I do, I would I would simply put feeding the ducks with just this little rhythmic ticker thing and completely kind of let loose the power of my hyper-focus and tism agreeing. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to live in service of others. And certainly I believe it to be a noble thing. Just don't forget that they're in service of you too. That's how friendship works. Might be something else I work on this year. One of the hardest processes I've had to learn is how to walk away from folks who don't serve. I have a term that I picked up somewhere. It's for people who ask the same question over and over again, don't take your advice, and then wonder why things didn't work. And they're very annoying and entitled about it. That term is called an ask hole. Because they keep asking, you keep pouring information, and we shouldn't need terribly dark for this. Back to our good buddy, the airbrush. Because the world is full of people who will misapply your energies. And sometimes you can't help them. There comes a point where it's just too much. Oh, hey, you have fun, Joe? Have fun, Trey? Enjoy getting into mischief in the pursuit of yarn? Very dark. But I hope you guys have a good time. And I don't think I'll be here when you get back, but you never know. Dear heavens, I need to stop. Yesterday, I noticed a leaf had fallen off my fake plant I gave my son. I know I'm a terrible gardener, but I'm killing artificial plants now. I give. Oh, you poor thing. You know, I don't know if I like this guy, so I want to try adding another one. Because I'm trying to get pose right. I know this isn't right, because this should be here. Let me see. Now, if I don't like this, I can always bring the other guy back. But I'm just going to have to tinker with it, and that's going to happen. But remember, super glue is your friend, Angie. For those of us who have problems with killing things, Mandy, my beloved wife, Amanda, has a penchant for killing plants. And occasionally I have to have her send proof of life of a couple of the plants that are in her care in her office, under threat of, if you're not taking care of them, I will. It's going to be very interesting because do I like that? Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of like how this is going. I'm taking my time on this one. But I understand. Shame Grim isn't here. I think Grim would like this one. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you like that one. It's coming along. Two, one. Yeah, we can pretty easily make it more louder. I'll have to do something because that is a horrible tantrum right there. That. Oh, this could be make for an interesting one. So if I have this going, and I add a little. Oh, brain farted for a second. This. I'm still continuing on my efforts to blend my art styles better, to get my animated style to understand and get along with my undo that. Out of there. Stop that. Oh, okay, I see what's wrong. It's a tint thing. Really probably should be more orange with it. Well, like that. Yeah, because this is hitting that, I almost want to say hopeful but wary vibe. Come down here though. Look at this. Heart needs to just... There we go. Wait. Come back here. Catch up. Yeah, I like that one. I know it took me a while, but I really like how that one's come out. Yeah, I think I can call that one. I like when they take me on just a bit of a journey. And this one feels like it took me on a journey. Yeah. It's almost tiring, which sounds odd. Usually art is vitalizing, but this one just pulled so hard out of me. So that's the lamp, lighter. And the dubious dawn. Yeah, I actually quite like this one. I'll export that. I'll make some adjustments. And then we will just go right back into this. Oh, not bad. How visible is that? That's not bad. That's better than No, we'll see if that. No. Hour bytes, you don't get an ad. 5. Wow. NTF. 1/5/26. Whew. Oh yeah, because the brandy one is going to be the first one of the new year. That's a good one to start with. I swear this frozen fish is the same one you caught. Oh, that's funny. I'm having to be careful with my coffee so as to not overdo and have to run. But we are going to hit. Oh, you know what? I'm going to come here, undo this just a second. It'll make sense because I actually remembered the time lapse on this one. But I'm just steal a little bite of my bar. See, I think that one will be good poster. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. But what we're going to do now, actually, put that back, do that, save so it doesn't crumble. There we go. Because we're all set for the next one. So we'll come over here. I like this music, even though I only dimly hear it. Let's see. Go. Okay. Gotta decide what commercial to run next. Yeah, let's get musical.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a Koepp, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too.
I just found out that my college mentor and one of my personal heroes was their husband had his husband had collapsed from a hypoglycemic thing, and their dog came and got him, probably saved his life. And that's really good news, and I like good news. So that's why I was multitasking during the thing. That's why you missed me saying chair, but I think it was worth it. Good doggos deserve praise. And I'm just making my way through, checking out everything that needs to be checked out. Let's see, what do we have? Lots of little chairs. Radiant reflection pool. Thank you. Someday we'll find it. The Munsey connection between the Carl, the Dawn, and ye. La-dee-da-dee-da-dee-dee. Virtual chair. Somewhere in a waiting room. Dawn is twitching now. It happens. That's my job. You're welcome, Dawn. Okay, coffee and sausage, egg, cheese, and biscuit. Live that dream. All righty then. Have to do some decisions. What are we in the mood for artistically now? Does anybody have suggestions, requests, wombats? Whatever. Let me look. I thought I had something I wanted to use as a base, but I think once again it was too vertical. Maybe? Oh, okay. I have a whole bunch of great ones, but they're not suited for this. So, yep, too much inspiration for an after dark show. Not enough for the shenanigans. Let's set this place on fire musically, and let's get a groove on. Bought my pencil. Sorry, find my groove, guys. Sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta rock out a little bit. You gotta find your groove. Raccoons with ray gun defending the humans who feed them. I mean, okay. It's been a while since I tried to draw a raccoon. Raccoons and I have a very interesting relationship because large numbers of them kept trying to descend on my parents' house one night. And I mean like 20. raccoons with ray guns. Oh, no ray guns, fortunately, or else they would have shot back. And we had to run them off with noisemakers and BB guns. Because they were very low. They were what I would call dog drowning sized raccoons. Hey, you have a good one, Carl. Okay, we're drawing a ray gun. We have to go old school with it. Then it needs a louder. This. Raccoons, ray guns, let's go. Seems a little flat. I almost want to go more feral with it. Because it's almost a little too... Okay. I have a thing with eyes, rest assured. Raccoons with... I mean, that's a good one. Raccoons with ray guns. Put that back. There you go. No. I have to remember, I'm still in the pencils. So I like this stuff doesn't technically count. I honestly can't remember if raccoons have much of tails. We need that. I'm going to do some redesign, but right now at least I'm going to have proposing down. That. Keep it simple, keep it stupid. Well, I'm glad you're sunny, even if it is freezing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on his head, but like I said, what I want to do with this neckline thing, but okay. her. Professional looking raccoons. See, I have a couple directions I could go with this. Because part of me just wants to do, like, okay. I'll do that while I thought that. Good way. Because I had one version of this where it's just like the shadowy outline of a bunch of raccoons, and the only thing you see is like the ray gun. So all you see is eye shine and this ray gun charging. But it's a good opportunity for me to get some body practice in. Man, I am ill practiced on digigrade legs. Okay, I gotta look up something. Hold on. Because I can't remember what a raccoon tail looks like, so. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they had big old stripy boys. Stripy boys. This one is doing like almost a superhero pose over here. This. Do the same funky shape. Yeah. At least imply it. Man, these guys look like they served in the 7th. I don't think they did. But you never know. You never know. I might put that in the map. You can do this. You can do this. Yeah, because that design, well, who knows? I might use that elsewhere because I do like it, but it's sort of in the way. So grab that, give me that, get rid of this real quick. Now we're coming back here to our happy. No, my pencil, please, thank you. This is going to be like, this is going to be the scared little girl. I'm going to. No, she's too tall. She is way too tall. She is too tall. And I need to redo her anyway. But she has to be like straight up cowering. God, Raccoons with Ray Guns sounds like a sequel to Cows with Guns. Give her a scope on hers. There we go. Give him at least some semblance of sight. He can be silly, but there we go. Now. Same girl. Much smaller. Obviously hiding. And we'll put the pigtails more down. So this is still the blues, it's fine. I want to add another layer. And I'll need to grab like probably a reddish, just so I can see how I want to do this. So now, on a different layer. You gotta figure out what they're fighting. Of course, it would turn out to be like one of my better looking off the cuff dragon heads. Because there needs to, it's another one where there needs to be like the looming threat on the edges. Raccoons with ray guns against the reptilians. Yes. We can make that happen. We can definitely make that happen. Now we're getting somewhere. Hi! Cadillacs and dinosaurs! Yes! Cadillacs and I've not. Oh, that was a great series. And hi, welcome back, Don. I'll show you the other picture in a minute. But yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Horns. Oh no, they might be hot. Yeah, that works. That works. Actually, I want this to be. I don't want this to be a red. I want this to be a kind of different color. Give them, you know, an exit. Strategy. Ah! I didn't expect you all to exit. like that. I don't know. I might just black that background because I don't like that background piece. But we're okay. So let's start doing some painting. Now we're actually in serious mode. All right. Let's see. We're gonna close that off. And we're going to need pretty wide lines for this part. And I think I'm going to stay on the pencil because I'm just feeling the slightly jaggediness of it. This is one of those pictures that as soon as I'm done with it, I'm going to want to redraw it. Oh, and we are sitting at 32 degrees. That's pretty nice. Will you stop? A little more space. No? No? Fine. Now the edge can't bother me anymore. My original plan was to go with something more xenomorphic, but I'm kind of liking these goofy reptilianoid dudes. So we rounded up. Yours too pointy. That's what's wrong. Yours should be more rounded. This is definitely one to entertain, possibly, Nita and Daphne. But I do love to break out some random, silly furry art stuff. And this is incredibly random, silly furry art stuff. And I may even quick redraw the alt. Ted is taking a nap? Okay, good. I hope you can get some rest. I hope you're okay. There we go. Yeah, I think these guys may warrant. He needs big gloves. What am I thinking? He needs big gloves. He needs that kind of. I know. It's very Rocket Raccoon coded. But gotta give the people what they want. We can do this fun one, but then I may redo it as spooky times. Go. Whew. Guy's got me working. Ted is the hero. He really is. He's handling things with grace and style. Just kind of hopping around. So I want to make sure everybody's at least in some semblance of a good position. This is going to be one of those where I get people messaging me, just what is your show about? And they're going to be confused. And I am okay with that. Because keeping people confused is a hobby of mine. Yet I will need like a Verizon line of some sort just to sort of keep track of things instead of plow the background. Raccoons with ray guns! Buy all our playsets and toys. Wow, I vote the Cheat Commandos, and I don't think anybody here is going to know those silliness. I was a relic of the obscure times. When the internet was truly strange. Before social media ruined it all. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, really stupid dry throat kind of vibe. We'll work on that later. Like I said, this is one that I will definitely have to redo with focus and reference a little later. Wait, that's not added. That looks a little weird. Big glove. But at least we're getting. There we go. That's the look I was looking for. Just about anyway. That means a little too wide to do that. Nope, way off. Give me a second. That's one thing I do truly enjoy about this show. You guys have me draw things I would have probably never just pulled out of my hat. Give it a little spread, just a little. Nope, not that part though. That line's off too. Ah, come on, Nick. Put like that. Actually, no, because the light shine is going to be coming from the nearest blaster. We'll do that, and we'll do that. Oh god, I'm really due for a commercial, aren't I? I should take a nap before tonight's show, but I want to Is there a reason you can't take a nap if he's taking a nap? Oh. Let's see. We're going to take a minute right where we are, and we are going to run an ad. I really want to run the affiliate ad, but I can't. So, okay. Let's see. Did that. And we're right back at it. We'll just turn the music back on. Where are we? Oh, I hit stop. So here, we'll go to 15, hold my beer, and you didn't want to come tonight. Mom was awake. Maybe you should sleep soon. You should. If both of you need your sleep, you guys can get your sleep as needed. I will understand. Here. The drop will actually get a little taller. And I do absolute, my favorite part of this is how the two have their tails touching so that they can tell where they are combat-wise. Yeah. Okay, let's lose these back layers real quick. Let's see what, need that. What we're actually working with. Actually, I could roll this stuffed manatee. Because that's adorable, and we are pro manatee around here. That. Okay. This one's a little busy in the middle, and busy is okay. But I have to close some things up so I can get an idea of what's next. that. It's definitely becoming too much of a tangent. Ah, so much racing. Okay. But we are getting there. Yeah. No, he doesn't look like a heroic main character at all. Okay. Look that up. Alrighty, so let's see. Let's just be silly. Well, this needs to be a multiply layer. That actually helps quite a bit, but now we just need to fix what didn't get fixed, which is this. And that raving will need to be cleaned up a bit, but not bad. And that wasn't bad for such a loose, sketchy picture. And let's see. Don snorts from hollow orifices. Well, I mean, we're just going to do this real fast. Again, this is just sketchy goodness. How do I want to do this next? I need to come back here. I need to grab that. Let's grab that. Close it. Thought I grabbed that. Yeah, let's just do it like this. I know this is close. Come on. Oh, my hand got shaky. My hand's shaky. I've had enough to eat. I'm just nervous. It's hard to explain to folks how nerve-wracking doing shows like this can be. Because, like, drawing completely off the cuff for hours on end, it takes a toll sometimes. Because you don't know, like, your imposter syndrome will beat on you while it's figuring this stuff out. But I think that's sometimes good for it. Sometimes we need to have to fight the good fight. You know. That. I have to do a little bit of erasing there, but I don't want to worry about that until I have to. Oh, he came out just now. just filling these guys in again. It's silliness, but it's fun silliness. We are definitely going harder. So I'm going to have a lot of fun. But with this part, if I've done this right, I can go like this, only editing layer. Do that. It's not perfect in any way, shape, or form. And yes, exactly, Dan, concepts beyond your comfort zone are why you ask us for prompts. That's absolutely why. Unless I have a distinct mood, a distinct plan in place, this kind of situation helps so much because it makes me uncomfortable. She's not penalty close. And see, it's like it's harder for me to use a scratchy pen like this. Oh. When I so desperately want my Zero pen back. But do this. And now, we need what that is. Man, whatever I'm carrying outside sounds like a dump truck or a garbage truck. It can't be a garbage truck. It's not garbage day. Yesterday was garbage day. And now I'm just kind of flatting in the stuff I missed. That will let me see the other stuff I need. Oops. Lost a little control right there. Let's do that like that. Well. Now. Okay. White. Like, it's weird being this deliberately cliche with a lot of this. But just goofy flattening an image that you're not sure about. And sometimes that's all you can do is just like grit your teeth through it. Yes, Dawn, promote yourself. We love you, Dawn. Deal with it. We love you, and your services are appreciated by the people you serve. I know it sucks, doesn't it? That in the middle of everything else, you have to be recognized and, like, seen? Oh no, not that. The idea that people might appreciate what you do? Oh gosh. I need my money, Dan. Gosh. Okay. Let's see again. Just having fun with this. Realized I was overthinking a couple spots. Getting chill into it now. Because this. I'll fix the gun in a minute. I know there's some errors there. But the gun's going to be bright orange. There's no choice unless it matters. Actually, I have to do a different shade to get them to show up. Better? Yeah. That works. But Nick, that looks nerfy. Yes, it does. And this is just I don't know, occasionally I do pictures, especially on here, that end up just like idea storage that I can come back to and redo. I do try to avoid doing like large system fan art. That way I don't have any legal issues with things. And I'll come here. No, that's too close. That works. It's not just about making it, more visual, like you can see what's going on. Now we come here, here, like that. Okay. Yeah, we're getting good. Next, another layer. Multiply. Ignore all other BS. Keep it super dark. And we'll grab the airbrush, and we will grab transparency. We could do white. Camera. Yeah, white one. But we need an airbrush of some size to get this part done first. Do this because their eyes are bad guys' eyes always glow. Directions to their eyes don't have to glow. So. Yeah, I'll use the soft light for the well, I have to fix that thumb area. Good catch. Good catch. Originally, if it's like this. Tom is way hotter than Juliet. Well, yeah, I would hope so. I don't know why, of all Shakespeare's plays, it's always Romeo and Juliet that they insist on imploding on teenagers with bad impulse control. Light him up so the light is definitely on him, like so. This part up. I'll play more with lighting. And we will call it a day on this image. I have to do a little bit of repair. Do a little bit of grabbing here to go to this. No, wrong. And it should be just marker. That. That's it. Oh, I totally forgot to erase from here. You want the lighter things out here. Hard erase for eyes. Erase for face. So. Back here, white. This. Okay. Back here, here. Add a layer, blend mode, soft light. Get that highlight on.
I want the light coming off of these guys to be outstanding. We can do this. And this. There we go. Go. Not bad. Not bad as a prototype kind of image holder. Now one more multiply. Fill it probably lighter. We're just gonna inch it down till I get where I really want to be. And we're gonna take our eraser. And we can do this all again. So now they look more like the radiant hero-y types that they are, standing up against the all-consuming darkness. Do this like this. How's that looking there? That's starting to look good. We need to get this done. I think I come back to this layer and I go, yep, that's what it needs. That center beam neonified just. Undo that. Come back here. Look, the laser like gleaming off of their teeth. Let's see. Let's see, wait. What's that? Yeah. Oh, if your brain isn't compiling stuff. Yeah. Get to bed, yo. Is that it? Yeah. Good night, Dan. If you're still here, don't be. I love you, my brother, but you need to get some sleep. Insomnia is one of the most dangerous things for people like us. You know that. Get yourself some sleep. Sleep yourself. It's like rest yourself, but with sleep. Do it.
How does that look?
It's always darker than you think it's going to be. And I draw dark stuff. Okay. We're almost there. I want to keep it shiny green. What the heck is that? There we go. Her request. We have raccoons defending the person who feeds them with ray guns. Anything that isn't lighting right is getting slight green tinge or golden. We are going to be golden. Do that. Pew-pews! And we go all the way here, add a layer. I think I'm going to be silly this time. I am really, really going to be silly with this, but okay. Is this my favorite picture? No. Did I meet the prompt? I think so. Yes, you need to go to sleep. It is dangerous to go more than about 20 hour, 24 for sure. Save as. Raccoons with ray guns defend I should have two C's. This raccoon. Right, yeah. Raccoons with ray guns defend. Don't even joke with to sleep or chance to dream. Get actual sleep. Rest. That way you can come back for tonight. Or you can sleep through and rest fully comfortable into the next. Wow. This needs to move. My rig is getting in my way. Nope, we're not turning my system off. No. I'm not falling for that trap. Move all that over there. Okay. Girl who feeds them against what? Let's see. What? Sorry, I have to figure out how to spell reptilianoids. That looks better. And we have that. And we're going to export that in PNG. I'm going to redo that one, I think. I'm going to redo some stuff with those raccoons. But, now, go here. I go here. And we never mind the furthermore. Not never mind. What happened here? Typo happened. That's what happened. Oh my God. Okay. Export single layer JPEG NTF 1725. That'll do. No, it won't. Because that should be 26. Oh, I'll edit that later. It's close enough. And since I did a time lapse, I didn't do a time lapse. Okay, that's okay because this one was annoying. It was fun. 15 minutes and I can go to bed. Okay, that works. Let's stop the music for a moment and let's run a ad. And give myself a bit of a break, and I'll be back in just under 2 minutes.
In 1948, a man was found dead on the beach. But he hadn't just washed up. Oh no, he was very nicely propped up against the seawall, very well dressed. But there were no labels in his clothes. They had all been cut out. Very mysterious, the police thought. And then they found, rolled up in his pocket, a piece of paper from a novel that said Tamam Shud. When they finally traced it, it came back to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. But it got even more strange, because in the back of the book, when they found that it had been torn out of, there was a code, a secret code that has not been cracked to this very day. When they finally found his suitcase, it had a mysterious jumble of items, some which were very hard to explain. Also in the back of the book was the phone number of a very mysterious nurse. What did she have to do with the death of the Somerton man? Find Death and Love Down Under, a novel by Carl Witzman, on Lulu.com in both ebook and print format.
We have to take a short break. That's my hair. My hair. That's my hair. Yes, we love you. I just have to do my show and then we're going to get you fed. Okay? Okay. I know it's been a stressful time for a lot of people. And, the wrapping up of the holidays and back to normalcy might make a lot of folks happy. I have a few blasters I'm excited that will be coming out next year. Probably not for 3 more months at least. But I'm excited. Right, Dor? Yeah, who's a good boy? Oh. Yeah. And since it's 3 that look like they're going to Walmart, that means Start Zone will be having probably 6 to 9. And no, I'm not going to say 6 to 7 because no. And I'm not going to say 9 to 5. We're working for a living, working 9 to 5. Working and forgiving, looking out the door. Doesn't make any sense. Spending pounds and only making pence. That one goes out to Glenn B. Fleming. Okay. Yes. I drew an animal that was not an orange cat. I'm mea culpa. Now I have I have a show. Okay. Here. Hold on. I gotta get to the comments. at the comments. Let's see. Good night. And yes, Orange Kitty energy. You crash like a third world and catch the rerun. Or request a custom show. These things that can happen. Yes. Ooh, yes. Get your Maltese Grey snuggle on. I don't know if you guys can hear him. But we're trying. Yeah. Okay. She's going to feed you. She is. Yeah, she's going to get food. You like food. Here she comes. She's going to get food. You going to go see her? Go see Manda? Go see Manda? She can get food. She needs cuddles. Come on. You got your job. Go on. I have to get back to work. I still have one more picture to do. Thank you for this little cat break. I think we all needed it. Okay. I think it might be time for a needlessly attractive elf to soothe my soul. And we need some music. So let's hit the Dan Hallfield mix. And am I in a nature walk mood? Or do I want to go get some Nolan's mud? I think I'll go Nolan's mud. Let's go there. Got that. Let me see. Everything okay over here? I have to check something. All righty. Oh, lots of good stuff is going on. And we are going we fix this. Nine years ago, my lovely wife gave me something. It's a pin. It's a very, very special pin. But reference. I feel artsy. Back it. Now, let's see. Where was my inspiration? Ooh, that's fun. That's fun, but not quite what the mood. Not quite the mood either. Let's see. Looking for my pose models. Looking for my pose models. No. It's a what? It's okay. I want a very specific set of pictures. Do I want that one? No. Can I get that one to work? That's a challenging pose. Looking the wall? No. Oh, actually. We do that. We do that. And I can get the pose laid out. Woo! Give me this. And in like a pencil color, please. Oh, and we are going to record the time lapse. So we're going to remember it. Alrighty. I do love the people who send me pictures to be referenced as poses. It is always appreciated, especially that I have folks of very different body types who are willing to do so. What's that work? My shoulder's straight left. I have to keep things sketchy, in part because I don't want to upset the YouTube standards. And I know I'm going to have to move this person because I didn't start them where they should have been started. I did a little bit of putting. Oh, where are they? Does that work? Okay. This. Man, that's hard. Yay! I'm challenging myself again. I like to challenge myself. Top of the head. There we go. Yep, I'm gonna have to move this. Well, maybe not. We can just leave it like it is. And then right, split them. There we go. Helpify her. And then shrunk, 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 shrunk. Do this. And again, we are operating on the blue. The sketch layer, the land where there are no faults, only fun. Okay, do this. No, calibrate here, do that so I don't get in trouble with the YouTube standards. Practices. Do a little bit of redetailing there. This. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with her hair. Because this picture has really nice short bangs that are doing like a lot of eye coverage. I don't know if that's what I want. And there's some serious forced perspective over here that I may play with because I changed the angles just a bit. Sometimes my art requires me to do angle changes, but we're going to do this. One of these here. Just do something like this, give myself some framework. Some mojo on there. Give her like detail. Tell myself I can put details up there. So what I want to do from there. Probably a big bun kind of thing. Nope. Big bun thing was not the answer. Little bun thing. And then trail. There we go. might have the don't interrupt her reading look. We'll just do this to keep, again, internet modesty requirements. There we go. We'll do that to apply the posts of the bed. One thing I like to do is use Asian inspiration for a lot of elf designs. I really think elves are a mix between French and Asian designs. So you get, Art Nouveau, which I adore. I might Art Nouveau. Could I put a pretty frame on this and have it work? Then I'd have to have like her hair going like that, and that's a little too. If she just turned her head in annoyance, there could actually be hair motion here. Because she has that I just got interrupted reading look. And I love it. Okay, so we'll do this, put her hand here. Yes. I don't know if I want to do stripy socks. Stripy socks are fun. That's off the shoulder, just to mess with the sensors attached. Those eyes are effed up. That's okay, because this is the sketch layer. This. She's in bed with her boots on. It's a crime against man and nature. I'll probably look yelling at her. But we'll see. Put something over here. There we go. Then we'll decide. How are we liking that as a sketch? Elf Princess Ardala? Very, very on it. Thank you. Very much on the energy I'm going for. Don't interrupt me, Tiger Man. Now that I have Buck, I have a real man. Oh, I loved Ardala. Wilma was hotter, but I loved Ardala's just pure shenanigans. And anybody who could wear a white buffalo hat and like a bikini dress confidently deserves a certain measure of, if not appreciation, full-on respect. Although, who was it? Tanny? Tangy. This is like short for tangerine. She could stop a clock. Yes, I'm making obscure references, but now I'm going to put this away. Because if I don't, I'm going to bonk into it about 15 times. And we're good. I think I can get into inking at least part of this. I'm set with a 0. 8 is a decent size. It's a little small. I don't know. 8 will work. 8 will work because I'm feeling heavy-handed right now. Okay. Can I zoom in? Absolutely. Will I zoom in? Probably not. Is this picture going to probably take me 45 minutes without motivating? Yeah, possible. But I might wash off and try my new grill after this. Back from capping Munzie's? Good band, Dave. Munzie looks like a fun game. Please don't take what I'm going to say as wrong, but it also, I'm trying to avoid entertainment that feels like a scheduled job. You have to cap your monkeys. You have to feed things. I just can't bring myself to do that anymore. There we go. Yeah, she looks certifiably annoyed. I have never seen my wife with this expression at all. Totally not the you've asked them to do something or their opinion on something in the middle of a vital scene because you didn't see that they were listening because the stupid ears. Okay, yeah, one was a gorge. Yeah, I would say Ardala was more sensual. Not saying the sexual, I'm saying sensual. Because very rarely did Wilma turn that on. She was always a very genuine kind of. There's never any artifice, so there's no. Very rarely was Wilma of a class to be, shall we say, enchanting. She could be, my gosh. The Sinaloa outfit alone was enough to. Now, the pieces I'm drawing for this elf are, and I'm going to do beady things because I enjoy doing beady things with her hair, at least in some places, are inspired by some of the things I've seen our own Foxy do. And I know I ran her commercial, but she does really neat. If I said primitive, not bad,
Except for that one episode. Yeah.
okay, a couple, because when she was possessed by the Space Vampire, Wilma was problematically hot too. Space vampirism looked good on her. And that was one of the best renditions of the movie Dracula I've ever seen. Marky Post was fun in that show too. Can't remember her character's name. But that was the one where Buck was undercover with a whole bunch of Adam West. I actually had to bat Tuesday to get Adam West Batman villains. Anyway, yes, a lot of these details are from the kind of chunky, almost primitive looking, and I mean that as a style compliment. That, wow, Dusty! Hi! Sudden Impact Dusty? No. Sir, no. Hey. Really? You see what this thing did? Shoulder checked me. My cat shoulder checked me. Hi. So you're just gonna hang out there? Okay. If you can hang out there and watch, you are more than welcome, sir. Yeah, you're sitting on things you're not supposed to be sitting on, and you know it. That's okay. I love you, Dusty. Yeah, I do. And she's going to feed everybody, if she hasn't already, which is good. And then Lil Man's going to feed the chickens, which is also good. I hear you. Yeah, that's the trick, yes. Mr. Dusty Road Springfield. What you have to do is just sit and be as cool as possible, and I won't run you out of my office. I'm working hard here. My hair's on. Well, let me see. What are the comments? Dusty says, sorry, not sorry. Here, I'm going to do this to get better view. As long as you stay right there, you can stay. Okay. Do this. Do that. Do that. She really shouldn't ever move on the bed. That seriously offends me on levels that it's almost ridiculous. Almost. Any mistakes I make are purely my own. Look, that curve's not right. Gotta anchor land better. Do this. Come right across here. See, YouTube censors that I'm not doing anything nefarious. I think my right. Yeah, that's because this line needs to come from here, like that. Don't you agree? Oh, okay. We can agree to disagree. I think it's a good picture. Geez, cat. You were seriously a major player. Yes, I know the magic symbols aren't the right magic symbols. I'm not going to put real magic symbols in one of my shows. Kids watch these sometimes. I know there's nothing inappropriate about my elf. It's just a body type. I draw a lot of body types, cat. Oh, he's up. And running. Trying to see if I can get them to unload the car so I don't have to. It is 32 degrees, which means it's either very nice, it's significantly warmer today than it was yesterday, or it's going to be slicker than grease goose poop. Yes, the bad girl with the villains. LOL. One of the bikers was leader in every. Yes, they were. That. Hello? Either the wind just dramatically shifted, or Stuart let loose a growl that will chill your bones. Maybe you should hang out in here for a while, Dusty. When the food bowls get empty, Stuart gets real antsy. I have to go make sure after I'm done that he's not letting everybody out. See, because I grew up watching a lot of sci-fi and science fantasy, which is basically what I consider Buck Rogers. I consider Buck Rogers and Star Wars both to be very science fantasy. I don't know. Very few things actually, in my mind, qualify as like hard sci-fi. Shoot, what's the last sci-fi I watched that felt like it could be hard sci-fi? Actually, Firefly felt pretty grounded in its universe compared to a lot of the others, which you wouldn't think. I've heard The Expanse is good. I've just never gotten to sit down and watch it. I don't know. Let's see. Because I'll be able to put the Nevermind the Furthermore at like right over here in this area, and it'll work. Odd take from this era, but I feel it needs to be said. Frank Gorshin's Riddler was far more terrifying than just about any villain that Batman fought. And like, I don't know, he felt like he was from a different show almost, because like, I know better, but because he was on another level of presence. Oh, yes, she was. Oh, yes, Jamie Lee Curtis was in the Prison Break episode with the psycho killer android and like the sand squid. Great episode. They put a lot of attractive women in Buck Rogers. Not all the way over. There we go. I'm gonna have to close that up. I don't know if I like the stripes, guys. I might take the stripes off. We'll see. And I may play with the skirt lines a bit more. I'm really torn because I love the way the black looks, but she has such angry blonde girl energy right now. I can't quite make it do what I want. I don't know. That's cramping. That's my hand not being happy at the ankle. Why am I looking at that ankle? Because I needed to work that ankle for a second. That makes sense. That's going to be the rest of the bed. So I need to put a notebook looking thing over. Do that. Thank you. That. Just do that and make that into a notebook looking thing. I love her hair bubbles. And what else is going in this one? We need this. I could just add curtain lines and cloth. That's cheap, but fun. Oh, Frank Gorshin was underappreciated in every role he had. He was fantastic. Was that? Now let's see what's really going on. That's not bad, though, for a, basic sketch level. That's not bad. I can work with that. I need a much thicker brush. I have to do some adjustment. I'm doing this way in part because I remember something Thesis said. Like, oh my gosh, Nick is doing another elf. when does that ever happen? And I'm like, I do. I draw a lot of elf girls. It's fun. He's having fun. I haven't talked to Lucy so long. He's been busy, I think. There we go. Fine. Oh yeah. There we go. That's not it. That is You done, Dust? Yeah? Okay. Good seeing you. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Babylon 5 is on Roku? Oh, Babylon 5. Okay. I am terrified because, like, I was genuinely worried for a long time that if I ever went to a convention, like one of the big ones, I would bump into Mira Furlan. And when I say this, please understand the depth of it. If that woman said jump, I would jump. And it's not like a attraction that she just, the presence, like the presence, the style, the grace, again, that just practical command. Mira Furlan reminds me, she's not with us anymore. Me a lot of my mother. Powerful women. See, that's the great thing about sci-fi. Better than any other genre, even action. No other genre, in my opinion, has allowed for and celebrated the competency of women like sci-fi. A lot of people may be cranky about me saying that, and I am, of course, okay with that. Agree to disagree. But yeah, oh yes, we do, Chris. We are men of culture. But when you look at the women, especially of something like Babylon 5, all of them had depth. Even like the characters that were deliberately flaky still had more depth and were handled more respectfully than many many others would have ever dreamed of. And I do love, I love Star Wars. I really do. And I love Carrie. That being Carrie Fisher, for those of you who, don't know. But that didn't have a candle to the way Babylon 5 handled women. None of them. Not Star Trek, nothing. And I love Star Trek. Although I'm finding it harder to rewatch. Like the pacing of some of the other, like Next Generation feels so slow and foreign. And maybe that's indicative of something else that's going on, but Babylon 5 never feels off like that. But yeah, Sarah, Mira Furlan was fantastic. This is another one I may have to actually revisit because I know it's not going to be formatted for some of the print things, but I like this one. Oh, stretching. Hey guys, we haven't done that. New lunch break. Woohoo! What you having for lunch, Dave? This. I don't know why it's so important for me to work on these pages. She's got her notes on basic circles. So that one got a little too thick. I should have used a finer pen. I could redraw it if I want to. But I'll do this one. More pen over here. And slide up a bit over there. Just get this like that. And I'm going to do this. Okay, now let's get rid of these again and see how we're doing. Oh, these are both. Yes, I did. Put a little night light on that she's reading by. Because, you know, the levitating a candle would be wasteful. Let's see how this looks coming. She's coming along better. Not great yet. I need to get better with my black work. There's a word for that type of shading, and I just forget it. It's not obstructive, but it's close. There we go. Do this. For the pillows should rest them on. There we are. That looks like a proper homework session. Where she's looking through notes and ring things and just sort of on it. My pen suddenly feels a little heavy-handed, and I'm not sure why. It could be I'm just a little tired. I've been at this for a while. Let's see. Well, that could be it. I'm not sure, though. Huh. There we go. Her pile is getting junkier as like time goes on. I'm, sort of loving that for her. Force myself to draw a feather because I need to. Add a little vibro line there. Yeah. This is the kind of picture I can sit and do. Oh, okay, wait a second. I skipped quite a few breaks. Ice cream and cookies is good. Now, what is called? Yes, Star Wars. Yes, Star Wars Legends. Female characters. Yes, Mara Jade Winter. Yeah. When you said Mara Jade, you had me. For some reason, George Lucas can't stand Mara Jade. I think he hates it. He didn't think of her first. I think Mara Jade is too good a character. Yeah, too strong a character. I can see it. Oh yes, Sinclair on Babylon 5 had some very lovely former flames with interesting stories and compelling personalities. Oh yes, Catherine Dekai was my favorite of those. I really was kind of rooting for them. I felt bad about the way that whole arc went. But, I figure he must have been fairly busy because they were checking for his DNA. And I think a lot of things happened in Valen's name. We'll put it that way. Oh, God. Anyway. Glorious. I met. You need a t-shirt to sell? You can ask Got Elf. That's not bad. That's really not bad. I actually quite like that. Okay. Let's do some coloring here. I'm going to set for color, and then I'm going to take a second, rest my hand. So I'm going to multiply layer. I'm going to stop, set my pen down. I got to do my hand stretches, and I got to run an ad. So I will be back in a minute. Some change, somewhere in that range. Let's see. Okay, Which one do we want to run? I'll run this one, so a little under.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
One second. We can do this. Now, I am taking a moment because I have been looking entirely too long in the same direction. So I'm at the 3-hour mark. I'm not done. I'm not going to stop with black and white on an image like that. But I am, let me see, do I have any more half darts just easily in reach that I can full send? 3 is not bad. I'm glad I checked because I didn't realize that this blaster was primed. Anyway, got my baby. I'm still missing the front side, which is really cheesing me. But that it? Well, that's about it. I hate dry firing, but I'm out of darts. So, oh wait, no, I'm not. I'm not out of darts. I have some sucky darts right here. Anyway, you have to, when you've been staring at the same thing for as long as I have, occasionally you just have to look literally anywhere else. And as far out as you can, you have to look. So, why am I getting poor feeds? That'll do it. That was 5. That should do it. Okay, not primed. I got to focus on something out there. Just a spell. Stretch my eyes out, which I desperately needed to do because my eyes are strained from all the work. But success is measured in doing what you have to do. So, switch back to my arting glasses. Okay. My hair is having a mind of its own. We're working on that. Okay. No new comments, so we're groovy. Thank you for letting me have a little vision break. And let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. If I did this with any rightness on the multiply level, you will know right now. Because I'm going to go and I am going to hit this. And like I said, she has annoyed blonde girl energy. And I don't know if this is the right kind of blonde. So I'm going to just use... Nope. That was not open. That was me actually missing my click. Now, how tan do we want to make her? I usually tend to make, I think with the blonde hair, I might go a little tan, a little darker, give her a tan. Like that. Okay, I have eye gap. That's fine. There's going to be a couple things that need to be fixed. But that's not bad. Why am I using the mouse? I am resting my hand. Oh, that should be yellow anyway. That should be tan, 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 tan. Tan for the exposed belly bit. And then back with small. There we go. Not bad there. We need the music back, don't we? I need some music anyway. What do we got? What do we got? I did New Orleans Mud. I'm bouncing around on purpose. Try Supermoon. In part because I'll check something real quick. Nope. She's a blonde. Go figure. For that, I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking light blue. Yeah, I kind of like that. That works. And then keep the boots simple. The bed has to be this shade of red. I'm gonna have to fix that in a bit. That's okay. They're getting somewhere though. And I have minimal repair and then fine detailing, but do this to go with the red theme. There we go. Oh. Now. Not bad. She needs the curtains. Let's see. Oh, that fits her mojo. Like, she is mad that somebody's interrupting her raving. Okay, so we need to fix. Now, when I'm fixing, I like to use the Millipen. I've had a couple people ask why. And I like to use the Millipen because it doesn't have pressure sensitivity. So it's a very, if I say honest pen, I don't have to really fight the to get the pressure sensitivity. So when I want a flat line kind of thing, which is not something I usually do, I can the same magic-y blue eyes that are absolutely lit at what's going on, because obviously she is not a happy young lady about what's going on. Somebody is trying to speak to her. And because that, I'm going to decide that that is her. Oh no, wrong color. One. Come right here and get it. But this is the color of her magic. Maybe I should make the stones that color too. Give them that material line. I will see. Perfect. Oh, I see what's wrong. I need to go. I need to go and soften my white a bit. That's going to go like that. So I can do this. This really should be done on another layer playing games, but I'm already here, so I'm just going to do this. I love the mage gets annoyed and starts to like glow, or like PO'd caster has had enough as a visual trope. Because I think everyone who's a reader here has had that moment of, why are you interrupting me? I am looking at the dead layers of the dead trees that have been branded and colored so that I may happily hallucinate. Who dares interrupt me? There we go. I'll be a little more active. I'll probably come by on another layer. And we'll just have it spreading to the books. Oh, I'm liking this. It sounds silly, but I am truly liking this. Now what I am doing is a neon effect, and I am doing it simply by using a narrower white in the middle of a given color. The white suddenly becomes the primary carrier of the line, and the color we showed becomes the magic effect. It's like power versus flavor of power. And yes, this is all things I normally would do on another layer. But I started on this layer and it would take me more effort to go off of it. So, oh, I don't like that. It needs to be a little more like so. Because she's going to lightning bolt someone. Someone is definitely like eating a lightning bolt and hard for having the audacity to interrupt her when she is just getting settled into study. Oh, I missed some comments. Let's see. What's the elf reading? A bunch of spell books. Yep. Yep. Mystic Mischief and Spells. Is she genie in a bottle? You gotta rub her the right way. Yeah, she has something she is trying to figure out. Come back to the art layer real quick. You'll need to do some more calligraphy on these pages, or at least little bits to make them more textbooky. see. What is she studying? Wow, okay. Looks like basic metaphysical circuitry, element inversion. Let's see. Protective circles in yeek. But what she's working on could be very beneficial, and it could actually be one ugly curse, like ugly curse. And I'm honestly not sure. I know it's not something she should be interrupted during. Tell you what. That. So it's like, I pity the person who's interrupting her, like, unless they have cake, because it's going to get rough. All right, next layer. We're going to go... I might just use the multiply trick here, because this is going to let me instantly, effectively double as a baseline my colors and do a little bit of sculpting. It'll also let me cheat and fill in some bits that, you know, are fine enough they could use fill-ins. That look good. Yeah, she's really about that. She's about that color. She's severely about that color. Okay. And we are on the multiply, so we grab this back. We just that's going the wrong way. That should be shading this way. Well, you can make it work. I won't tell if you won't tell. Okay, let's just do this. That's too small brush. There we go. Oh, I'm using the Zero pen. I don't usually use the Zero pen for this kind of shading, but that's okay. We can make it work. Just want to try to get some depth to her, but not overdo it. Because what I can do is I can match everything, right? And then I can adjust later the opacity and crank it down or up to match what I need to match. So right now it's a little on the intense side, but it should lighten up in just a moment or two when I get to that point. Oh, wrong color. Hi, Stuart. What you doing? What you doing, Stuart? You're sniffing around. Causing trouble, cat? I suspect that you are. Okay, I need a bigger brush. Actually, let me get you. Let me get up here so I have better control. Yep, that was my problem. Needed that brush. This there. Now, we can go go over here to get some shade effect. And we'll go right here. And we'll just keep working on this. Keep this looking good. I like that. I think we like that. I think we like that. Alrighty. She definitely needs a pressure shade over here. Under where she actually is. Now. It's sort of like cell shading, but it's not quite as organized. I don't even know what you call it, but it is how I do things sometimes. Now we're just going to come here to the opacity and we can dial it down or up. And I like to get there where, there. About half opacity, full opacity to figure out. Oh, yes. Ancient scriptures and incantations. Actually, yes, because there is a level of enchantment that must be done for the artifact she's researching. Now we're going to do this up. We're going to go here. We're going to break out our old friend, very old friend, start here and main light source. Hit all that just like that. And then lightly lighten it out. Then I'm going to come back in and really lighten. And I'll probably have to do this a couple times to get things right. But that's okay. I don't mind. I like playing with light and shadows. It's good practice for me. And like I said before, working with, and I gotta remember that the lightning is casting off light too. We can do that. Pull this a bit down again to about half where it is our control factor. That'll actually make the lightning more apparent, more shocking. Oh, bad joke. I should apologize for that. Yeah. Do that. Yeah, this area is just too dark. There we go. Because I have to remember that's still in a 3D space. It was really important that this part be bright, because that's what the light's actively shining on. You can actually, a little bit ongoing, because the material, oops, I have to get rid of that. There we go. We'll do it again. You control the pen, not the other way around. There we are. That gives just that sense of how polished and smooth that wood is. There we go. Now, how does that look on the screen? Oh, that looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? I mean, that's pretty darn good. I really don't. That's not bad. Don't know if I want to do anything else to it. Add one layer, soft light. We'll see. We will see. Let me check. Yep, I want to do this. This is going to give me the slight bluish tint that I'm looking for. Thanks for lightning. And again, I may have to that hits there. There's a little bit more light up over here. That might just, yeah, that fixed it. Yay! That fixes the problem area. Don't have to really work at it too hard. Okay. I want all these guys to I want all her gems to be crackling because everything she's wearing is designed to boost her mojo. And that's giving me the light effect I want. There are dedicated brushes that do a lot of this, but I don't know them. I don't necessarily use them. I kind of enjoy just the pacing it out. Again, the playing with the light. I don't need to be this detailed with any of this. You know what? I think he's something. That's kind of cool. Okay. Because the books were written by somebody else, so they have a different flavor of mojo to them. And I kind of dig it. Oh, I know what I need. Blend mode, multiply. 15. Now I just need to do a little subtle overall shading in actually a shady color. To play with the values just a bit. Oops. Nope, I want the back. Again, stuff I'll notice, but most people won't. And that's okay too. Yeah, I like it. This is going to soften the sheet, the curtains around her, make them more almost pettable. I want everything to feel. I don't know. If I said it's important to me that things have a sense of texture, even in the silliest pieces. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Walker. I truly appreciate it. I wasn't sure about the raccoons. One second. Good coffee. Good coffee. I'm going to have some more coffee later. I'm looking forward to it. But I think for this one, it might just be done. So we'll go here. We'll go here. We will go here. Add myself another layer. So I'm going to assign it gold. Lay down. I think I can only sign it right there. Awful close to the edge. Yeah, that's okay. That's it. It's not perfect, but I'm rather proud of it. Oh, now, not that one. Oh, no, we're not 26 yet. It's still 25 for a few more hours. Okay. We'll do this. We will save as. Interrupting the elf mage's research is a poor life choice. I'll worry about things like capitalization later. Now we will export that as a ping. I'll send these to Mandy soon, and I will export the time lapse before I do Nevermind the Furthermore on it. That way I don't have to worry about the thing. Let that chill. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Like I said, I have some options for that one. I may do a very different redo. Her hair reminds me of Princess Allura of Planet Orange. Yes. I'll just do that. And now we'll go here. We'll go here. We'll go right here. And we shall never mind the furthermore. And then we will highlight it. And see, if I use the other things, it can get... If I use the angles, it gets deformed to reach different sizes. If I use the... there we are. Right. It needs to be... Oh, that's perfect. There we are. And this export single layer JPEG. Did I forget to export the oh, okay, I must have goofed up the raccoons. That's fine, I can fix that. NTF 1926. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. Go up, file, export JPEG, NTF 1726. Okay, that should put things in order at least. Not the best. I need to do almost a full rework on these folks. But it was a fun concept, and I will leave that at that for now. And we also did like 2 out of 3. This one I'm proud of. I really like this one. The Lamplighter and the Dubious Dawn just works. Interrupting the Elf Mage works. This one's kind of a crash and burn, which is acceptable. I need to get going. Thank you for something. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm going to be wrapping up in just a minute, I think, because I could spend the entire day drawing, but I know I need to do the stuff called eating. So everything here is in order. So what I will do is close this, and you know what, we'll just confirm changes on all that. And we will go to here. All right, guys, we're going to run some commercials, and then we'll wrap up, I think. So stop the music. Yeah, we'll do that method.
Which is worse, parental interference in your job or a person with a weapon when they shouldn't have one? Working security can be boring, but some conventions are a blast. Find this and all of Donna Carlene's books at lulu.com or look for her on ndcd.org.
I'm still here, guys. We just have to recalibrate a bit because I have one more ad to do. And then I will be back to wrap up. Just the joys of running this show.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel. But otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Yeah, folks, I'm all about you guys arting. It's been another year of Nevermind the Furthermore. Full year. So let me just contain the main. And I find myself wistful. There are people I don't get to hear from, and I miss them dearly. There are people I've lost, and they're the gap in my life that is shaped like them rings hollow like a bell this time of year. And I don't think I was this overwhelmed, if we're honest, by current events, even during the pandemic. But I want to stop and thank each and every one of you, all the people who watch, all the people who subscribe, all the people who share this stuff, my amazing Patreon patrons from the Historical Fencing Guild. If it were not for this program, if it were not for Brian K. Morris saying, I'm going to quit and the show's going to end unless somebody takes it over, to me, my life would be a much, much more isolated venture. I think about the people that I love a lot, far more than you guys know, and probably far more than many of you could imagine. And I'm so, it sounds arrogant almost to say I'm so proud of you. So many of you have come so far and done so much. And, you know, I look back on this year, and see how much Joey not just has done, but come out of his shell, how much Trey has done, how far Dawn has come in her broadcasting, how far, you want to talk, come out of her shell, Foxy's really stepped up. Rich is chasing his dreams and doing so much, so fast, so well. So many authors published. I don't think I actually published anything this year. I don't think anything came together. I did a lot of other things. I did a lot of local things. And I sincerely hope I have been of service to you all. I hope that this little show has been something that has helped you find a stepstone to your next level, which those who know me know that could almost be defined as my life's mission. Over the course of 2025, I have come to a conclusion. And part of that is, whenever possible, I'm in a one-man war on grumpiness, on this forced despair, this forced anger that seems to be pushed on us by most media. It's like a great hammer that tries to force people all into square boxes, and very few of us are that square. So I encourage you guys, whenever possible, to remember that there is goodness out here. There is light, there is love, there's creativity, there is potential. Wonders can appear at any moment, and blessings abound. You are known, you are seen, and you are loved, my dear viewers. And I hope that you always can feel safe here. I hope that I can always bring distraction and, education and entertainment. Because as silly as it is, that's one of my great passions. And one must embrace their great passions in life. They must examine what they are and, to their best of ability, make them happen. Mine is a complex case of caring a whole lot more than I can reach. So I just do these in hopes that art will become something you can carry with you, that joy is in hand. And I know a lot of people are facing things that are terrible right now. A lot of people are facing fearful things. A lot of people will be facing terrible things in the future. It is uncertain. But among the many strange beliefs I hold, and they are many and myriad, is I do believe there is an equivalent exchange out there. There is goodness, and if people can irrationally hate others, we can irrationally love them. It is the same jump. Why not make it? I know normally I can pop a grand half fire, sulfur and hellfire speech and rouse the crowds and shake the pillars of heaven. But today, I guess I'm feeling a little more gentle with things. And I want you all, to look to the new year with appreciation. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard because some of you are facing trials and tribulations. Lord knows I am. But if you seek joy, the fleeting happiness becomes irrelevant. If you seek kindness, you will find it. If you seek love, it abounds in flavors and shapes and forms innumerable. So please, pursue your dreams. No matter what happens, no matter how tight it gets. I'm not going to say you'll seize the new year and make it yours, because I have no guaranteed knowledge of the future. A few more tricks than most people, but nothing guaranteed, because that's the nature of the future. Very little of the future is set in stone. It's a very malleable thing. So, if at all possible, guys, I hope you can take your portion of the future and make it a little bit kinder. Okay? A little bit more loving. That's it. If you can have the courage to manifest your dreams, please do so. The world needs that. And if you're sad and scared, please lean on the people around you. Don't face it alone. Anyway, guys, as I say at every show, please keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you cannot edit a blank page. I love you guys so much. I mean, so much I'm about to start crying as I think about it. You should too. I honestly don't know if I'm going to be on Creatives at Play or in the chat or what, because on holidays my internet goes to garbage. But if this is the last time you see my smiling face, know it smiles because of what you and the great people in this house here have done. And know that my family is a much larger and more diverse group than most people realize. Have a good one, guys. Toodles.